we'll begin with this. So first, to understand that, we need to know about the coordinate system. First coordinate system is about the 3 points, which are 1 units respectively from the origin. Okay, all these A, B, C 3 points are 1 units respectively from the origin, or all along the x-axis, y-axis, and z-axis. You can see A is the point which is 1 unit, which means the coordinates of A is 1, 0, 0. B is 0, 1, 0, and C is 0, 0, 1. Okay. So correspondingly, let us assume that there is a unit vector along these points. That is, along the x-axis, I'll name that unit vector as I cap. Along the y-axis, I'll name it as j cap. Along the z-axis, I will name it as k cap. Okay. So these 3 unit vectors, I will make use of these 3 and find out the 3-dimensional idea of this one to get the algebraic identity. So now in this diagram, I will redraw this once again. So geometrically, we are going to represent a unit vector, any vector, random vector. Let us assume a point P here as x, y, z. Okay. Any random point which is outside the board. It is outside the board, not on the board. So here there is the origin. And let me join these 2 points. And you know this is nothing but my position vector, and let me name this position vector as r vector. Okay, a position vector as r vector, and that is my vector whose components I am trying to find out. Okay, this is the vector whose components I will try to find out using this geometrical idea. So now for this one, what I'll do is I will drop a perpendicular downwards, and in this coordinate system, I'll x, y, and z axis, there are already unit vectors present. This whatever I drawn before, this is I cap along the x-axis, and j cap along the y-axis, and k cap along the z-axis. Okay, these are already present, and I will drop a perpendicular down to the z-axis like this. Okay, and this dropped perpendicular is nothing but the shadow of this particular point, or the image of that particular point. So from there, I will drop a perpendicular to z, and I will name this point as r. Okay, I'll name that point. You can name anything you want, but I'm going to follow the textbook letters, so that's why I'll name this as r. And if I drop a perpendicular to x-axis, I'll name this as s. Okay, so then if I drop a perpendicular like this, I will take like this in this way and join these points like this. I join these points. I'll take this back to y-axis. This point is here, P. Outside, I will drop back to y-axis, this y plane. And in this y plane, I can name this as like this point to the y-axis. My intention is not only to project it to the planes, my intention is to project it to the axes. So this is the point which I will look into. So this is not at all a point, but this is, I will join it here to this one. So it will become PQ, P, this P1, P, T, R, S, and Q. Okay, fine. So these 3 are the points which I am looking for. So this one is simple normal point, which I will drop it back again to form like a cuboid. So here it looks, this point P, this is the geometrical idea I am going to give you. P is the point x, y, z, and it is dropped perpendicular to this plane, and it is going to create an image P1. And this P1 is projected back to the z-axis, and this is the point R. And the same image, if I project it back to this x-axis, then I'll name the point as S. And if I project the point back to the y-axis in this way, back to y and then back to y-axis as q. Okay, so these are the points which I need to look into, R, S, Q. So let me assume this line P, O, P dash. So you can look into this. All these coordinates like x, y, z coordinates are going to form in this way. When this is OS, the distance is x, correct? No? Because from here to here when I am dropping out, this S will be having its coordinate as x, 0, 0. And this y coordinate Q will have its coordinate as 0, y, 0. And this z coordinate R is going to have 0, 0, z. Okay? So which means there will be a vector, OS vector. I will multiply this coordinate into the unit vector, that is x into I cap. Okay? I will multiply the coordinate to the I cap, that is the unit vector along the x-axis, x into I cap. This OS forms a vector. OS is going to form a vector. Okay. So here x I cap, I will name this in this way. Q. This is the mistake here. OS vector. Okay. OS vector. And OS vector is equal to x I cap. Okay. OS vector is equal to x I cap. Similarly, if I multiply the coordinate y into the y-axis, unit vector, yj cap. Yj cap is nothing but OQ vector. Okay, yj cap is nothing but OQ vector, and these two vectors are parallel. Agree or not? That is OQ vector and PP1 vector are parallel, which means they are equal to each other. PP1 is equal to OQ vector is equal to yj cap, and OS vector is nothing but xi cap. And the next one, this vector, I will multiply the z into k cap. This vector, z into k cap, that is my OR vector. OR vector is same as my OR vector is same as P1S. Right? No, not P1Q or SP1. SP1. Okay. OR vector and this vector is parallel to each other, therefore it is ZK cap. Okay. So now, first I will find out the OP vector component of OP vector using the triangular vector addition. So I will redraw this again. OP vector is given by, this is OP1, OP1 2 like this, OP1 plus P1S, OP1 plus P1S, OP1 plus P1S, or SP1. This is OP1 is equal to, sorry, this is in this direction. So which means OS plus SP1. Okay. So you can see that OP1 is equal to OS vector plus SP1 vector. OS vector plus SP1 vector, which is nothing but my XI plus ZK cap. XI plus ZK cap. OS plus SP1 XI plus ZK cap. Okay, so this is done. A part of it is done. Next, my main intention is to find out the OP vector, this vector. So which means I will have to draw another triangular vector addition. OP like this, and this one is needed, that is OP vector. Outside the board, one is needed, OP vector, and this is the closing point of that, that is P1P vector. Okay, so it is like this, that is OP1 vector plus P1P vector will give me OP vector. This vector plus this vector will give me this vector, which means OP1 vector is already I have found out, that is XI plus ZK cap, and PP1 vector is nothing but YJ cap, which I have already written here. Okay, this XI plus ZK cap plus YJ cap is nothing but the coordinate or the component of OP vector. So the component of OP vector is R is equal to XI plus YJ plus ZK cap. Okay, so this is how you will represent a vector in the form of algebraic representation. So algebraically, we are going to represent these vectors in the form of xi plus yj plus zk cap. Okay, I hope it is clear. So we are going to solve a lot of numericals based on this algebraic representation and the unit vectors. Okay, this will be combined when we are going to solve the problems. So please note it down, rewind the video and clearly understand it. Even though it seems so boring, please understand this concept so that you will never forget how this is obtained, because this will be needed for most of your competitive examinations. To understand how is this obtained, and then maybe they might twist and give a problem within this derivation itself. Okay, try your best to understand this and remember it. And for the numericals, for the sake of examination point of view, this derivation is not at all there. But yeah, to understand this concept and solve the problems, because all the problems related to vectors will be based on this particular formula or the component of a vector itself. Okay, so geometrical meaning of this one as well as the algebraic representation is very important. So understand this, rewind this video again and try to remember, recall, or if any doubts, if you want me to explain this again, please post a message so that I will re-explain this only concept of component of a vector, so you can understand this clearly and we can move on to the numericals. Okay. Thank you.